Good morning, D-Rock. What's going on, chat? What's going on, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Swen. Good morning, D-Rock. What's going on, guys? Good morning. Welcome to the live. Happy Friday. Good morning. What is going on, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to let everybody kind of flow in here a little bit, guys. What is going on? Good morning. Welcome to the pre-market stream. It is a beautiful Friday morning, guys. September 22nd. It is wild, guys. We are almost at the end of September. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic Friday morning. Welcome to the pre-market live stream. Hopefully, you were able to join us last night on the nightly scan / the Thursday night stream. If you are new and joining us for the first time, I know we had like 35 new people join last night. So if you are new, if you're joining us for the first time tuning into the pre-market live, welcome, guys. We are going to do this every single morning. All right. Every single morning, 20 minutes before market open, sometimes a little bit longer, sometimes a little bit shorter, depending on the day. Fridays, usually we get on here at 9:15-ish. But we try to get 9:10 every morning is that average time slot. If it's a really busy day, we'll be on at 9. And we're going to prep for 20 plus minutes going over exactly what I am going to be personally looking at, my overall thoughts on the market, and my game plan for the day ahead. These streams are designed to help you craft and develop a game plan going into the market every single day because we talk about it, guys. Preparation is our most important tool, right? All right, so welcome. Hopefully you guys really enjoy these. Hopefully I see you here in the live chat every single morning. And guys, I really want to emphasize one of the most valuable parts of this service is that we put out a nightly scan each and every night, right? So basically Monday through Thursday, and really Sunday through Thursday because we have the Sunday scan, which is the subscriber only video every Sunday. You're also going to have a video that goes out every single weekday evening, right? Around 8 to 10 p.m. And that's going to include my game plan, and it's going to be my hour plus of preparation condensed into about 10 minutes. So you can get a good feel for what I'm going to be looking at, why, etc. So I really hope you guys take full advantage of those resources that are, provided to you. So really happy to have you in the chat. Make sure you guys join us in the Discord live trading. We're going to head over to the Discord live trading stream right after this. We're going to head over to the Discord. You'll hit that little live trading tab on the left-hand side with the little speaking emoji. So make sure you've connected your Discord and got all that set up. So with that being said, we got the intro out of the way. One last housekeeping item before we get into the charts for today. Don't forget Free Money Friday hoodies, guys. We're going to do a size count this weekend, and I will put a message about those. If you signed up last night, you get one for free, and we'll ship it out to you. If you just would like one, all you have to do is pay for shipping. So we will get that set up today over the weekend for you guys. All right, so let's progress a little further. Obviously, guys, we have had a huge move down in the overall market the last 2 days, really, right? Really, really large scale move down. We've gone from 443 all the way down to 431, right? Now we are at some really major areas of support, right? We've got the 2022 highs here at 431. And we're really testing kind of an area that's offered some, like I said, really large scale moves in the past, right? If you look back in June, guys, we bounced at this 429 area. There's a lot of support, 431 into 430, right? And we tested 430 last night, I believe, in after hours. 430.80 was that low that we put into after hours close last night. What are we doing this morning? We have a bounce, right? Now, given the nature of this recent sell and how broad-based it's been, I have not been actively trading longs really in this market just because I don't really think the market has been extremely conducive. However, today is a very important Friday, guys. It's been a fantastic week inside the room, been a great trading week. Number one rule, we don't ruin those on Fridays, right? So today is really more of a laid back type of let's see how these weekly candles close, because there's some really important weekly candles that I want to get into outside of the S&P 500. I will say that into the open, guys, the two main things I'm watching here are going to be this 433.50 pivot, which has been a huge area, right? That's kind of that prior low of the day from yesterday. We've tested that level in pre-market. If we can get through that level, I do think we'll test 435. If we continue to reject here, I would be looking for a retest down to that 430.80 spot. We've had a decent bounce here in pre-market, guys. And again, until the trend really changes, I'm more in the fade pops kind of camp, right? Just because of how the overall market has been. There's a few charts that I am really very much so focused on this morning. I do want to mention UVXY, guys, really important spot here at this 1543 area as we get into the open. If the VIX can start to hold, or UVXY can start to hold 1540, right, and turn that area of resistance from yesterday's highs into support, that would likely lead to some further downside for the overall market if we see the VIX continue to push. VIX crush Fridays. Who knows how this week is going to go, but we'll see. Again, some very important weekly candles on tap and a couple of top focus setups for today. This is probably the number one most important chart on the market, in my opinion, guys, and that's going to be the Nvidia weekly chart, right? We have bounced in pre-market up to 415. We are currently breaking this longer-term trend on the weekly, right? If we look at the weekly chart on Nvidia, guys, we are currently still just below that weekly trend, right? Dating back to this 138 level this past December and into January, right? So we're talking about a healthy 8 months plus of trend here on Nvidia. This is a huge trend line which has pretty much supported nearly the entire move, right? In order to get back above that trend line, I think we'd really have to see Nvidia take back 429 into that 430 zone truly, okay? This is probably going to be the name that really dictates how the market moves going into next week, and just because it has dictated our entire market move so far this year, right? So I do not plan on trading Nvidia, nor do I plan on trading the chips until I see how this weekly candle closes. Personally, that is just my personal game plan. This is such an important weekly candle close that I want to be a spectator to this extent, because I really think there'll be some clarity on direction once we get this close, right? So going to be important. I'm not going to be like sitting here all day, right, till 4 o'clock on the dot, but I'm going to be watching this very closely, and it's going to heavily affect my game plan going into next week. So very much so paying very close attention to Nvidia. No plans to trade it today, but I do think, again, that close on the weekly is going to be extremely, extremely important, guys, to see if we can protect this larger term trend. If we don't, I think that earnings gap from late May is in play here down to that, potentially, 321. That was a 100-point move on earnings, guys. And obviously that would not happen in a week, but, I think 373 would definitely be in the cards should we close under this weekly trend. So you have to think about that, guys. When it's such a large base trend, it's really going to affect some things. So that's number one spectator focus for me today. My number one focus is actually going to be on Rivian. Also a very important weekly trend at stake here. The daily is arguably a little bit more clear here. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you guys are having a good morning. William, Karen, good morning. G-Unit, David, good morning, guys. Rivian is going to be a top focus for me here, guys. Obviously, I posted this last night. We broke out of this daily uptrend, right, which we have had in place since our lows that we put in at that 13 level, obviously this past year, right? And you can see that, again, this is a very much so a larger term or longer term trend in play, okay? And you see we touched once, touched twice. Third touch was right here on the 19th. We got bought up heavily off of it, and then look what happened. We sold through it. That is a nasty move if you are long. If you are long this stock, if I would say I was long Rivian and I saw that happen, I would not want to be long anymore because of how nasty that was. We get bought up off a longer term trend and then sell right through it. I personally think this name starts to sell pops now in the medium term, right? And therefore, it's going to be a short focus for me. What's going on, John? Good morning. Ives, good morning. Good morning, guys. William, good morning. Happy Friday, guys. We are talking through some setups, getting through scan. Primary focus here for me. I talked about this last night on the video. I wanted to see a retest of that 2180 zone, potentially up to 22, but really that 2180 area, which we retested in pre-market, right? We got 2187 was our high. This is a spot where I am interested in the next week 20 puts. Okay, so the 929 expiration 20 puts interests me, guys, if we continue to fade, right, and we start to reject heavily at this 2187 level, right? Given the broader term price action that we've seen the last couple days, especially violating that trend, this is going to be at the top of the short focus list for me, right? Obviously, we'll be heavily dependent on some Tesla action, some overall action in the market, but this looks like a pop. I'm, more interested than fading than not, and definitely sets up to be pretty A+ if we can get a retest, some type of liquidity sweep at that level, and then a rejection and close below. So this is going to be a focus for me off this 2187 level. I'd likely be risking the 22 zone. And you can see why this is going to be an important level, guys, right? You can see on the daily, right, when we gapped up for that big move back in August, the reason that this is such an important level is look where we created that initial support, right? 2189, okay, on the daily. If we look at the daily chart, right, and we kind of zoom out and come back here, okay, this is a huge, huge spot, guys, especially if you look all the way back to February, right? We had highs in that 2187 zone. You can see 2187 acted as a really big area. Last time we broke down under that 21 area, we tested all the way down to that 19.5 zone, which I do think is in play here, right? So definitely in focus for me, guys. Like I said, only other true focus for me, I mentioned Lulu, guys. A little bit stronger here in pre-market off that 50-day. Going to keep this on watch. I talked about this last night, but a little bit less of a focus for me. Still going to keep the chart up, but primary focus is going to be there on Rivian. MRVL yesterday, guys, amazing trade, went over 107%. We did not fill that gap overnight, so I held a few runners overnight for that potential gap fill. We did not get it up to this point. I just have a very small position left. I sold over 60% of my position yesterday, so cleared some profits on that trade, left some runners. Obviously, those will probably be back under my entry at this point at the open, but like I said, I was willing to take a very, very small risk for a potential very high reward. We're back above that 52 level. We'll see how it trades today, but again, not going to be too upset with that awesome trade yesterday. Last name I want to watch. I have not been trading longs much at all. However, this SQ chart, I think potentially maybe has some interest for me today for a potential Lotto Friday. If we see the markets rally, this is the first time on this SQ hourly that we have created this potential, right, double bottom, and where we're trying to find this base and go sideways, and we're going to try to make a move up here. Not at the top of the focus list, but it's definitely something I'd watch, okay? If it gets through 46.33, I think that you could see this name probably have some type of release squeeze out, right, relief squeeze out as we progress into the end of the week. So, again, for a Friday, if I was going to look to trade as 0 DTE, this would be a Lotto, right? Which, has not been something I've been actively doing as much in this market because it's been so slow. But I think there's the potential here for a squeeze out on this Friday, given how oversold the thing is. What's low can go lower. This thing does not have a lot of support in this range. So I'd honestly be looking for maybe a potential retest of that 47, 48 area. I think the 46, 47 calls potentially interesting for like a hyper speculative idea. But really, like I said, guys, primary focus is going to be there on that Rivian chart and then keeping a close eye on Nvidia. But if there is some strength in the market, I may look to take some very speculative size on some SQ calls if the setup is there. Not going to force it, but definitely something I want to keep my eye on, right? So that's going to be my game plan today, guys. What are the key takeaways here, right? Protecting gains from the week is paramount, right? So really, again, not going to give back anything good on a Friday after a great week in this market. And again, we talked about it. There's some really, really, really important weekly trends that are at stake here. So watching that watching that Nvidia chart very closely, watching S&P at that 433.5 area very closely. And like I said, primary focus in terms of a trade for today is going to be on that Rivian chart for the next week 20 puts. I'd like to see 2187 retested intraday, but going to be keeping a close eye on those. So that is going to be my primary focus here, guys. Watch and see how we open, but that's going to be the game plan for me today. Nothing high stress, keeping things very loose, free flowing, nice and easy. We're going to have a great Friday. So very excited to take on Friday with you guys. If you're new, join us on the live trading. We're going to head over to the Discord live trading right now. So head over to the Discord, left-hand side, hit that live trading tab, and we are going to be live on stream until about 11 a.m. or whenever we finish up. But around 11 o'clock, I'll be live trading there for 90 minutes with you guys starting right now. I'm going to head over there, and I'll see you guys there too. See you in the chat. Peace.